Good evening, friends. It's a day where we have witnessed something unprecedented and extraordinary. These are desperate times, and that's why we require desperate measures. We have had a largely successful day of Janata Curfew, where a country of 1.3 billion people literally decided to stay indoors, and we have largely been successful. As I just said, extraordinary times require extraordinary measures, and these were unprecedented times in human history. World leaders, celebrities, common man, everyone has come to realize that a tiny nanoparticle, a virus, COVID 19, a virus which is from the coronavirus family, it has created such a global pandemic that the only way we can get rid of this infection, or we can tide over this crisis, is by social distancing, is by minimizing our contact with other people, by staying indoors as far as possible. And this is something most of the countries are trying to practice. At times, doing nothing may be the most difficult thing we have to do, but this is what we are supposed to do now. But I want to focus something very, very important, that social distancing is not emotional distancing. You don't have to think that because you're keeping yourself locked down with your homes, that you have to keep yourself so emotionally away from people. Thankfully, we are living in times where we do not have to get out of our homes to get in touch with, get in contact or touch with our friends or family members. Ultimately, what's important is the well-being of your family, well-being of yours, well-being of your colleagues, well-being of your neighbors, and ultimately well-being of the entire world in general. So for that, imagine a situation: your employer is asking you to stay at home, your government is asking you to stay at home, so do stay at home. And as I just said, social distancing is not emotional distancing. Use this opportunity to contact your old friends, get in touch with people who have not been in touch with for quite some time. Ask them how they are doing, how they are taking care of their families. And of course, this is another opportunity for you to rediscover yourself. And how you're going to do that? Don't waste your time when you are staying at home. You can utilize that time for things that you have always been trying to do. You haven't got that time. Now is the time to read some great books. Now is the time to develop into hobbies, to that great painting that you wanted to do. Now is the time to read that great book that you always wanted to do. Now is the time to work on that masterpiece you always wanted to do. And now is the time actually to focus on your health, your exercise, because as I just said, by being at home, you have the option of connecting to the world through the internet, through the mobile phone, through all sorts of applications we have at our hand. But this is also an opportunity where we don't have to get depressed. Rather, we utilize this opportunity to actually improve and work on ourselves, that we always wanted to do but we could never do. And expect that by social distancing, by keeping ourselves away from each other, we gradually reduce the number of new cases. By today, as you might have seen, that we already have more than 360 cases in our country, more than 7 deaths in our country, and the world has witnessed almost 11,500 deaths, and more than 3.5 lakh people are already infected with this virus. So before the virus causes further damage to the world, the entire population of the world, if they decide to strictly implement the process of social distancing, then we might just win this war against coronavirus. Thank you very much.